celebrate mothers this upcoming Sunday, we want to introduce you to a Utah County woman fighting a rare, fatal lung disease with the courage of a champion. Heather Simonson has Bailey's story.
Motherhood is full of simple joys and repetitive tasks that have to get done.
I've had to figure out ways to make it easy to get toys from one floor to another.
Bailey Seay isn't taking 1 minute of it for granted.
I ended up having him at 36 weeks and 6 days, so he was almost full term.
Lane is her little miracle.
Every time I laid down, I felt like I was drowning.
At 26 weeks pregnant, she almost lost him and her life. While visiting a park, panic. She could not breathe. Her lung collapsed. Emergency surgery followed, then a heartbreaking diagnosis.
Crazy. We started writing a bucket list because when you first read online, it says on all of the medical pages that you have 5 to 10 years from diagnosis.
She has a rare lung disease that occurs in women of childbearing age. It's exacerbated by estrogen.
It's called lymphangioliomyomatosis.
LAM for short causes cysts in the lungs that burst. Bailey is on oxygen most of the time.
Yeah, my 50-foot leash.
Just going up the stairs is like climbing a mountain. Folding laundry is a major feat.
This action, by the end of the day, I end up having to take a painkiller.
Doctors say she'll eventually need a transplant.
I don't feel like a normal mom who can do everything.
But they'll hold off as long as possible.
But lung transplantations have their own problems with rejection and problems with infection. And so patients that have lung transplantations, their mortality is still fairly high.
This is a CT scan of Bailey's lungs. Dr. Ross says they're still partially collapsed. A medicine is in clinical trials that would slow the progression of the disease. It's not a cure, but Bailey is hopeful, and she has an incredible attitude.
Hello.
Each day, each tiny moment with Lane is precious.
Did you just wake up?
Bailey fights this disease with the courage of a warrior.
Laners.
She's a little go-getter. She wears oxygen. She has a young son. She's limited with shortness of breath, but she's a little bundle of energy, and she's going to be, a great spokesperson and advocate for this rare illness.
Yes, a mom's life is full of little wonders and mundane tasks. In this case, it's also full of courage. Bailey isn't just her son's caregiver, she is his teacher.
Holding Lane in the hospital and thinking, I have this baby and I have this disease. How am I going to live my life? I have to take care of this little human, and if I'm depressed and mad at the world, I'm never going to teach him how to live a proper life.
He's learning lessons through her actions, which speak louder than any words spoken with the healthiest lungs could say.
I need to teach him how to get through trials.
In Provo, Heather Simonson, KSL 5 News.
Nice story. LAM is so rare, there are only 1,000 cases of it in the U.S. and Canada combined. Bailey's treatments are expensive. If you'd like to help her with her medical bills, we put a link to a GoFundMe page on KSL.com.